What we're doing today is we're going to copy a table that I need from one database on the same server over to another database on the same server. The table that I want is called the filer. Okay, now to export it, we need to select it and then select export. You can skip all the fancy stuff here unless you want to check it out, but you can go right down to the bottom here and hit export. And I'm going to go ahead and save mine as the filer since that's what it was called. So I'll hit save and okay, it says it's done. So let's check it out, see what it looks like. There it is. Edit with Notepad++. Okay, so I can see what's in here. SQL mode, no auto value. Okay, it says create table, the filer. So that all looks good. Let's move on. Before we move on to the next step, we want to close down this database and then open up the other database where we want to import a table. So let's close this one down and open up the other one. Here we are, we're at the other database. We want to import our table. So we go up here to import, and then we want to choose our file. We know where that's at. And there it is. So let's select the filer and open. And then pretty sure everything should be good to go. There's the format. We exported SQL. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Import. It says here that import has been successfully finished. 15 queries executed. Okay, well there's my filer. Now let me see how many files are in there. 34 files. That's exactly right. Okay, my next task now is to create a delete on Cascade. So when I delete something like in the filer table, it will also delete any bridges that may exist, which are relationships with other tables. Okay, to do this, we're going to add a new column to the bridges table, and we're going to call that column filer ID because that is the name of the primary key in the filer table. So we'll call this filer ID and we'll leave it on int. We'll select null and save. Okay, so now we have a new column called filer ID. Now with this new column, I'm going to go ahead and create the Cascade to link those together. So if I ever delete the Cascade or the relationship between another table, say groups, we can go up to the top here. You'll see a button called Relation View. You can click on that and you can go in and you can see a couple cascades that I've already made in here for inventory and some code snippets. So to do this one, I'm going to copy this one here. Actually, I'll copy the name and we'll just copy and paste that in here and then just change the name. I just add the table primary key ID on there, which was filer ID. So that gives it kind of its own unique name. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cascade, select the filer ID, and there is the database. And then we want to select the filer, and the filer ID is already selected. So now all we have to do is save it. Okay, and that was successful. So now we have a new on delete cascade, and that should about do it. Thanks for hanging out.